Well, we've come off the road back here. The road continues that way, but the trail will actually follow these power lines right here. So we're going to continue on following this trail. Got some drainage going on over here, and there's a creek back over here, which I believe is the creek that is right next to the entrance to the park. Oh, see, there goes a squirrel. If I was a squirrel hunter, I would be eating squirrel tonight. Finding lots of trash along the trail. Somebody had a problem with their being cold, I guess. This is a toe warmer. Obviously they got cold, but didn't think to bring the bag with them. I also found a little Camelback water bottle, and since it says Camelback on it, it had to have cost at least 30 bucks. So we'll take that out and see if that's serviceable when we get home. If not, we'll dispose of it properly. So we're just going to keep following this this muddy little road here and see where it takes us. So we are walking along here. I found that the Gorilla Pod on my point and shoot camera does not like to be on a regular stick, so I had to find a little Y stick so we can do this wonderful angle. You can see behind me, see the pack on the back. Poncho goes over. This isn't a bad hike though. The rain has slacked up. Temperature is not too bad. Although I am finding that the underneath the poncho, I don't know if the poncho is bleeding or a little bit of water, or if just the moisture is collecting, you know, like body heat moisture. But I am a little damp on my shoulders and on the front of my torso, which could pose a problem in these temperatures if I was stuck out here for a longer period of time. I do have, obviously, other clothes I could put on to help insulate me, but I didn't want to sweat too bad while I was hiking. But this is a good day. Any day outside is a good day. If you take a navigation course at the Missouri Department of Conservation, there's a gentleman named Ed who does it, and you will come out back there on one of your movements across the map and travel along this trail, which is, as you can see, a little bit muddy. And then you'll jump off into the woods and go cross country. It's a good class. It teaches you basically how to kind of use a topographical map without a compass and just get an idea of where you're at based on the terrain. It's very helpful if you're going to be out in the woods. So look up your local conservation department and see if they offer classes, because they may be useful to you. Now, one of the pieces of gear that I'm trying out here is these gaiters that I made. Now, these gaiters are real simple to make, and they're made from ripstop nylon, which could be a problem because I do not believe that they are keeping my pants dry. Now, obviously, they're keeping a lot of the mud out. They're keeping any burrs off the boots of my pants. And my legs aren't really cold in that area, but when I kind of reach underneath them, I feel a little bit of moisture. So I may need to impregnate these with some sort of spray, or you know, just suck it up and buy a real pair. But they work real well at keeping the mud off your pants, as you can see. The trail itself here has begun to narrow out. Now keep in mind that this is a bicycle trail, and there's a bit of technicality to this bicycle trail. Based on the tracks, you can see that people try to go wide here. And the problem is you go wide and then you drop down into that. Not sure I would bike this. Maybe a bit above my ability, but it's certainly beautiful here. Got the rain has really made this creek rise, and it's a little cloudy, obviously, but it's a very nice creek to come look for rocks and things like that. And apparently when it rises, though, you have to cross. So I think we'll put the camera away and brave the crossing. Hopefully this will be the only real crossing I need to do. So the trail is turned into what the bikers call single track. It's what a normal trail, I would think, would be. The rain has slacked off, so I have shed the poncho. A few drops here and there, but the terrain is kind of going up and down on the trail, which is good. A little bit more strenuous. And we've got about a mile left. I just saw a marker that said 9 miles. And the whole loop is 10 miles, so we've got about a mile left. And then it is off to work. So here we are. We've connected back up to that little service road, and we are about to finish the loop, as it were. There's a small white sign up ahead, and if we were to go right, which is west, we would go along the other portion of the loop that we did not go, because that squirrel hunter was headed that way, and we didn't want to get in his way, and he didn't want to get in our way. But so far, it's been a good hike. It's a little chilly, and definitely a little wet in the torso. And I don't know if that's just from sweating, or if that's from moisture on the poncho. So I'll have to kind of play with that a little bit. It's all about figuring out what gear works. I definitely think that the Gators are definitely a success when it comes to mud. They stayed put. I think the design is good. I think the material is not. Ripstop nylon, I thought, would have a little bit better moisture repellent, and maybe if I spray them, it will help them repel. Or I could just go and buy a pair of commercial ones and be done with it. But it's kind of fun to make your own gear. So anyway, I appreciate you coming along on this hike, and seeing the sights virtually. And if I can figure out how to do it, I will put up a map of the route based on the GPS trail. You can go a long way, as it were, or you can go the short way, which is the way that we went. But this is the way back to the car, and this is the way that we're going to go. So, thanks for watching, and I hope to push more. Just a quick after shot. I just took my gaiters off, and you can see that this leg is pretty dry. There's still a little bit of water on the bottom edge here, and a little bit in the back, and then the upper portion right here, that's where the gator stopped, and it's all wet up here. Now on this leg, it was wet pretty much all the way around except for this side over here where the Velcro was. So perhaps it's a viable, fabric. I just need to make it a little higher and maybe treat it with something. So we'll have to go back to the drawing board and figure it out.